Being the big brother, I feel like, I definitely gotta set the example for my younger siblings. And, I feel like, the gamble and the hard work that I put in, that shows them, along with the rest of the world, that you can do anything you want if you just set your mind to it and put in the work. I mostly grew up in Rochester Hills, Michigan. It's about an hour north of Detroit. I'm the oldest of four. We're always competing in some sort of fashion, It's a little family competitiveness that me and my brothers have. I went to Warren De La Salle High School, and, that's about 40-minute drive from my house on a good day. It's about 15 minutes from Detroit, and, it's an all-boys Catholic school. And, my parents wanted to send me to a good Catholic school. I started playing off football, and then, basketball came around, and I was basically a two-sport athlete in high school, playing football and basketball. I was on the varsity team from my sophomore year all the way to my senior year. We won the state championship in my junior year in 2014. That was a tremendous feeling and something I'll remember for the rest of my life. Well, after we won the state championship, colleges started to come through, and kind of felt like I needed to narrow down my focus and focus on football, get faster, stronger, do all the other things that you need to prepare for football. And so I hung up the basketball shoes after my sophomore year, and schools from the Mid-American Conference showed up and showed interest. And I was getting all those lower level schools that were interested, and it was a blessing that they were interested in me. And Michigan State came up and they offered me a preferred walk-on spot, and I was 99% positive, I wasn't gonna do that because, I'd be turning down other scholarships where I wouldn't have to pay for school or anything like that. I attended this walk-on event that Michigan State was holding. They took us around campus, showed us the facilities, and I just absolutely fell in love with the place, fell in love with the coaches, fell in love with the players. There's a really great group and a great culture that goes on here that I just absolutely fell in love with. But the hardest thing was I didn't have a scholarship coming here, so that made the decision to come here very, very tough. I got a lot of opinions on whether I should or should not come here. Talked to my family, they were supportive of me and anything I did. My brothers and my sister, they always showed up to my games and always showed support in me, and they always had faith in me. And my parents, they provided for me in any way they can. My dad, there'd be days where I didn't see him because he'd work early in the morning and come home very, very late at night. My mom, she always helped us, at home, doing stuff around the house, providing for us. And, she's the best mom in the world. Went with my gut, went with what my heart told me, and I pulled the trigger. I called Coach Salem and Coach D'Antonio, and they were excited that I was coming. And I guarantee all the other coaches that recruited me, they thought I was absolutely insane for turning down a scholarship. But I feel like, that gamble really paid off for me.
Walk-on always has the longer road. If you know you're going to be a walk-on, you better just make sure that you're mentally prepared and that you're mentally tougher than everyone else, because it's going to be hard regardless of how good you practice, regardless of what you do. But as long as you have that, that mindset that you're going to push through no matter what, that mindset that, walk-ons like Drew Beesley does have, you're not going to let the outside noise affect you, then it works out.
Good. Don't be sloppy with it. Good. Don't be sloppy with it.
Well, I knew when coming in, nothing was guaranteed, and I knew I was going to be scout team my first year. And so what I did was, just busting my butt, being on scout team and trying to help the starters get better, prep them for every game, every week. My first off season with the team, Coach Manny, he got me up to around 240, 245-ish. All that hard work in the off season, that stuff pays off. Going into my second year, I had a very good camp. That's when things changed for me.
He knew he needed to get stronger, he needed to get bigger. With his ability to understand the defense, he could help guys inside and out. That's what we saw early as a scout. He was always one of the kids that was kind of the highlight of the group in our scout team.
First week of the 2017 season, we were playing Bowling Green, and we were just getting an introduction to them. It's like getting ready for their prep, and Coach D decided to play some highlights from the past fall camp. There's this screen that says scholarship awards, and I just see my face on there, and I'm like, wait, is that me? And it was like the greatest feeling on earth. And then, just that sense of accomplishment, all that hard work really paid off.
Just imagine Spartan Stadium when someone scores a touchdown. Like, it's just, it's a big roar. And everyone loves the underdog. And so, yeah, it was awesome. Everyone just stands up, starts clapping, hugging. Some people start crying. He was so happy. And yeah, it was awesome to see.
With all his hard work, he allowed that to happen. And, academics speak the same way.
Drew Beesley, honor, economics, football.
He's a young man that's academic all Big Ten, I think, the last couple years. So academically and athletically, he knew he could achieve here at Michigan State, and he's done that.
The hard work doesn't stop there. I set another goal for myself, that I was going to play. And then my reps in the season kept increasing more and more and more.
In the shotgun, Rashino decides to keep it, runs to his right, and is hit for no gain. Drew Beesley made the tackle.
Looking up to guys like Kenny Willekes and Matt Seibert, they were walk-ons, and they were kind of in the same boat I was in. And, they just had to work hard and, prove that they should be on the field. And, that's what both of those guys ended up doing. And, I talked to Kenny a lot because he was in the same position meetings as me. He always told me, just keep working hard, you'll get your shot someday. You just got to be patient. That's something that I take with me every day, just being patient, because you never know when your opportunity is going to come.
Snap back to Smith, right side throw.
Pick!
Intercepted. It is batted by the Spartans and lands in the lap of Drew Beesley. The Spartans bat the pass in the air. Drew Beesley gets the pick.
What I see is that belief in the strength in his ability, not only because of the people in front of him, but just based on your family and knowing that you can have that opportunity to grow at a school like this with the great examples that have come before him, that he can do it too. And there's no doubt about it, he's exceeded that. He is a true mold of what we're looking for here as a walk-on who earns a scholarship and succeeds.
It's really simple with Drew. He's a simple-minded guy, and that's a guy who's going to come out, bring his work helmet, and he's going to get better every single day. I'm just proud of my best bud and how far he's come. He's only going to keep getting better.
Getting the scholarship from my family, I feel like it was very important because, they were able to send me to such a great Catholic school. They supported me my first year at Michigan State. Just being able to provide for myself and my siblings, I feel like I have to be a good example for them. It just shows that you can do anything you want if you just be consistent, be patient, work hard, and put your mind to it.